Am I wrong for going on a couple's retreat? My boyfriend can't afford it. Am I wrong for going alone? First of all, over here, we don't do boyfriends, okay? From the community tab, check the community tab, y'all. My community tab be on fire, okay? It says, am I wrong for going on a couple's trip to the Zanzibar alone because my man can't afford it. I make more money than him, but I don't want to miss out on this amazing trip because of his finances. We are not married and I'm still young. And the question I asked is, so you chose a man who is financially unstable and is now complaining about the man you chose. I said she needs to read 23 types of guys you might meet. Happy Monday. It's the Monday before Christmas. And yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes. I'm all in my Christmas. Y'all know I love Christmas. But real quick, I just wanted to do this video. This one we know over here dating is for data. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out. Check out the live book review I did last night. Vanessa Rodriguez, friend of mine, she wrote A Key to Home, Unlatch the Adventure. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book, and the story is just wonderful. So be sure to check that out. There will be a link below for you to purchase through my link. So thank you for your love and support. Hopefully you're all enjoying this Christmas season. And I know the holidays are hard for a lot of people, but we're going to talk about that another day. Thank you for your love and support. Those of you who have picked up my books, the book sales are still on. 23 Tests of Guys You Might Meet, In Christ I Am, Moments of Gratitude, the journal. 10 Years a Girlfriend, The Naked Wife, Take Your Cookie Off the Table, Wisdom Journal, Bible Study, How to Read the Bible, Dating for Daters Coming Soon, Husband Profile. Don't know when I'm going to have that again. I need to restructure it because it takes about 3 to 4 months to go do the course, and that's a lot of time. That's kind of tying me up, and I'm not able to do anything else. So I'm restructuring. I'm probably going to sit with my husband and kind of have him to help me to restructure the course, because that's what my husband does. He's in marketing. Okay. Well, thank you for your love and support. So in this post, this is exactly what I talk about. Dating is for data, right? I think the issue with a lot of women is they don't know what they want. You don't know what you want, so you'll settle for anything. Ladies, do not, if you want to get married, do not date a man who don't want to get married in the next year or who can't afford to get married in the next year. So she says she makes more money than him. This is 2023. Women are making a lot of money, and a lot of women are making a lot more money than men. And what I say about that, ladies, is when you decide what you want, that is, do you want a husband that's going to provide for you and protect you and pay all the bills or whatever you want, or whatever plan you come up with? Can you live on his income? Personally, over here at the Church Girl and in my husband profile course and in all of my books that have to do with dating and marriage, I teach a husband is to provide. Okay. Well, you could do whatever you want to do, but I always teach that a husband should provide for his family. And I teach women to choose husbands who are able to provide for their families. I also teach not to live way above your means, but to live way at least half below your means. So for example, 10 years ago when we were getting this house, my husband could afford a $500,000 house. I chose a $250,000 house. Okay. And so you don't want to be living in debt, and up here you can't live, you can't travel, you can't enjoy, you can't buy your kids stuff. And I believe in being comfortable. Okay. I don't believe in stressing. I don't believe in being broke. I don't believe in not preparing for my future. I am very financially savvy. I believe in savings. I believe in emergency funds. I think you should have your 401k, your 457, your Roth IRA. I think you should be saving for your kids to go to college. I think you should be saving for your children's future, which is where my book, Freedom Money, comes in. So I teach that husbands, wrong book, are to provide for their families. So, women, it is important for you to make sure you choose a man who is able to provide a comfortable life for you. Okay. For example, I don't have no $5,000 purses. None. The only name brand pocketbook I have is Coach. My sister buy me one every Christmas. We do Christmases. I have about 5 or 6 Coach pocketbooks. Those are the only name brand ones I have. My sister buy them for me. I will never go in the store and put $300 on a purse because I'm thinking, well, let's see. We have a Roth IRA, we have a 401k, we have generational wealth, and I have Lil Michael's college fund. Okay, you will never see Janice walking around in $400 or $500 sneakers. It's ridiculous to me. I don't believe in keeping up with the Joneses. I believe in keeping up with Janicehylton Thompson and Michael Thompson's financial plan. So, ladies, what I see a lot of women doing is overlooking these things and then marrying these men, having babies for these men, and complain about the same thing you knew was a problem before. Granted, let me go to one of the comments. Most Americans are broke. What does it mean to be broke? Broke means living paycheck to paycheck. If you live paycheck to paycheck, you are broke. If there's an emergency that you can pay cash for, you are broke. Friday night, we was driving up the highway up in the mountains to drop my daughter off for respite, and the engine light came on. Now, our truck is brand new. Our truck might be 2-3 years old. I think my husband says still on warranty or something. But even if it's not, there's money in the bank to go figure out what's the problem with the truck. So most Americans are broke. And what I want us to do is to work on not being broke. Most Americans cannot afford a $400 expense emergency. Okay? So there's a couple of comments here that I thought was interesting that I wanted to read. Gwen Brownie. Hello, Gwen Brownie. I don't think I've seen your name before. She says, you do you and live your best life. However, it depends on the reasons his finances are less. For example, my son finished law school, burdened in debt, and wasn't able to see himself doing a lot of the things his girlfriend wanted him to do at the time. Fast forward 15 years. His then girlfriend, now wife, understand the big picture. He was trying to tell her then about priorities, and both now successful and doing amazing. So bottom line, what are the reasons for the lack of his finance, right? So this here is the typical way of dating. You meet somebody, y'all kind of struggle together, wait for him to finish law school, or you wait for him, and you kind of struggle together, and then y'all finally get married. I teach against that. I teach against that because I teach he needs to be ready to marry you next year, in a year and a half. I teach against being boyfriends and girlfriends. Okay. In my book, 10 Years a Girlfriend, there's a young woman who she was 31. He was 27. He said he wasn't ready to get married. She's ready to get married. So he said to her, she asked him, when will you be ready to get married? He said in about 8 years, right around when men are usually ready, around 35. They're established, they got the money going, so on and so forth. Do you know that woman decided to sit and wait for him to get married? I said, ma'am, he's telling you 8 years because he wants you to walk away. but you're just being a dum-dum. Fast forward 4 years later, she's 35, and she's like, he's still not ready to get married, and I'm ready to have a baby because my clock is ticking. And she was asking the ladies, should she just go ahead and get married? So I teach women, do not wait for a man to be ready to get married, right? So Gwen, thank you for sharing, but that's the typical way of dating that I teach against. I teach against being boyfriends and girlfriends, and I teach against waiting for a man to be ready to get married, because he might get to, I'm ready to get married, and you might not be the one. Now I'm gonna come back to the post, because she says, I'm still young. Yeah, you should be enjoying your life. Why are you dating a man who can't afford to go on a trip? I'm sure he knew the trip was coming up, or he doesn't even have enough money saved up to pay for a trip. Here's another comment I wanted to read. Concentrated citizen. How does not being able to afford something make a man broke? Because you're broke. You can't afford it. No one in this chat, including myself, can afford to purchase a Rolls Royce, a 2024 Rolls Royce. Does that mean we're broke? No, it doesn't. This is definitely nothing wrong with her wanting. There's definitely nothing wrong with her wanting to go on a trip without him. But a couple's trip without him is wrong. Well, why can't he pay for it? People are not broke because they can't afford something. People are broke. I said, speak for yourself. Who can afford a Rolls Royce? Who can't afford a Rolls Royce? But that don't mean I'm going to buy me one. But that's not the point. The point is that she should not be wasting her time dating him. Then I said, FYI, 70% of almost 80% of Americans are broke. In other words, most Americans are broke. Why are most Americans broke? Most Americans are broke because most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. They cannot afford to miss a paycheck. Remember when COVID happened, I was shocked at the number of people who were crying that they could not pay their rent, right? COVID, the job shut down around the 15th. They sent us all home. They sent the ones with kids home. But, my job is a very secure job, so we were getting paid anyways, but there were other people who were not working, right? And then in 3 weeks, they called the people to come back, and they say, if you can't come back, you're going to be off the books. And they couldn't afford, and people were crying that they can't. And I was like, well, the 15th of the month, shouldn't you have already have April's rent? And my husband reminded me, most Americans are broke. We live paycheck to paycheck. Right? Let's read what she says again. Am I wrong for going on a couple's trip to Zanzibar alone because my man can't afford it? No, you're not wrong, but you are wrong for continuing to date him. I make more money than him, but I don't want to miss out on this trip. So you make more money than him, and he's probably not able to live up to your standards. So why are you living in? Why are you dating him? Even if you make more money than him, he needs to be able to provide a comfortable life for you. So why are you still dating him, ma'am? I don't want to miss out on this trip. You should not miss out on this amazing trip because the man you're dating can't afford it. This is why I'm not for girlfriend and boyfriends. Do you see? Now you don't want to, you're wondering, should you go because your boyfriend can't afford it? And he's telling you he can't afford it because the truth is he wants you to pay for it because you could afford it. She don't want to miss out on this amazing trip because of his finances. You should not miss out on this trip because of his finances. We are not married and I'm still young. Exactly. You're not married and you're still young. So why are you wasting your time with this man? Because if you're bringing up that you make more than him, apparently it's an issue. So why are you dating him? The reason why you said I make more than him is because it bothers you that you make more than him and he make less and he can't afford nothing and you are probably footing the bill for all your dates. Drop him and move along. Drop him. Dating is for data. Stop meeting a man and making him your man and making him it. Gather the data. If he doesn't have what you want, you move along. So if financial stability is important to you, why are you still dating a man who is financially unstable? Granted, this is a recession, but the people who had careers and who were marketable, even though they might have gotten laid off, they're back out there. And this is another thing, ladies. Choose a husband that is marketable. In other words, if anything happened, how quick can he get a job? Now, again, I am not saying live way below above your means. Baby, please. I live way below our means. I could literally go out today and go buy me a Rolls Royce. Do I need a Rolls Royce? No. For what? I have college to pay for, retirement. Huh? My husband mentioned that in 2024, he wants us to invest a whole lot more. My husband and I, we drive one car because my husband works in the city. He takes the light rail. So I'm all about comfort. I don't believe in living way below you. I don't believe in $500 sneakers, $1,200 purses, and $1,300 to $100 shoes, child. Unless you're Beyonce, baby, you shouldn't be paying none of that because a lot of these people are broke, keeping up with the Joneses. But as far as going on a trip, and it's an amazing experience, and you can afford it, and you've saved up your money, but the boyfriend you were dating can't, bye, drop him, goodbye. Why do you want to struggle with a man who's not financially stable? I got to go, girl. Honey, baby, read 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet. Read 23 Types of Guys and read 10 Years of Girlfriend. Stop being 10 Years of Girlfriend. All right? I love y'all. I have to go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Mwah. Bye. Michael Jr.